we have with us the S25 Ultra. First things first, I really like the fact that they have slimmed it down heavily. My biggest gripe with the S24 Ultra was in fact its gigantor size, which they have really cut down. So now the body is completely flat, all flat and edgy. I love it. The body is 0.5 millimeters taller, but 2.5 millimeters thinner on width and 0.4 millimeters thinner in thickness, all of which adds to a phone I'm really liking, at least body-wise. Most important, the weight is also down by 15 grams to just 218 grams. If you follow the channel for a while, and if you don't, please do, but if you follow the channel for a while, you know that I love a flat display, I love a flat back. But one thing I don't understand is the naming convention of this year's devices. We have titanium black, titanium white silver, titanium grey, titanium silver blue. I mean, what is up with this atrocious naming scheme, Samsung? There isn't really a camera bump. I mean, there are the specific lens juts, but if you do use a case, that's going to disappear. And since we're here, let's discuss the camera specs. The wide camera stays the same 200 megapixel camera we've had since the S23 Ultra. The ultra wide is a new 50 megapixel sensor. The 3x telephoto is a 10 megapixel sensor that we've had for ages. And the periscope lens stays 50 megapixel with 5x optical zoom. Now, another thing I noticed while playing with the phone was that the zoom range on the normal resolution is of course from 0.6x to 100x, but we also do have zoom on the 50 megapixel mode from 0.6x to 5x and on 200 megapixel up to 3x. Pretty neat. I also played with portrait mode a bit, but not enough to make any major comments on it yet. Now there's more of the camera I'll be posting on my socials, so be sure to check those out and follow along if you don't already. The second thing that popped out to me was the display, and it genuinely did pop out because it's so bright. It looks really good in outer daylight. You've also got settings for extra brightness. The total nits are somewhere in the range of 3000. Unfortunately, I'm recording this video before the event, so I don't have the confirmed nits of the display, but it is a 6.9-inch QHD Plus Dynamic AMOLED 2X LTPO display with a 120Hz refresh rate, and just pops the way we've come to expect it to on an Ultra device from Samsung. Now, obviously, this is the Ultra series, so we have the S Pen still. That's great as well. Apparently, the Bluetooth features of clicking the camera with it have disappeared, but the S Pen still remains as good as ever. Now, a large focus this year is obviously on AI, as is with everywhere in the industry. And with AI, this time we have a whole load of upgrades on Gemini, which, for example, we have Gemini Live, which you can have a conversation with. You can do things like you can do multimodal commands whereby you can ask it for, let's say, a particular sport and then ask it to add that to your calendar.
Find the next Liverpool match and add it to my calendar. Did I say sport? I meant a match, but you can ask for a particular match and add it to your calendar. Now, one cool thing I noticed during the image generation on the Samsung S25 Ultra with Gemini was the amount of detail. I asked it to create an image of an alien walking the streets of Dubai, and if you're not from here, I can tell you that that's a pretty accurate representation of the streets around Burj Khalifa. Then we also have things on Galaxy AI. So one feature that I liked seeing was this feature where you can record yourself and another video where it analyzes the audio, splits the audio up into crowd, your voice, and any other sort of machinery background noise, and you can reduce and adjust them as you wish. A really nice feature to have for creators, especially on a day where you forget a mic, for example. I think that that's a genuinely nice adaptation. Now, apart from that, Galaxy AI spreads out through the phone. You can use it for drawing assist, which was there last year as well, and of course now you have an improved version. Now, there's so much more to check out on the Samsung S25 Ultra, including the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite processor made for this phone, the 5000 milliamp battery, and of course to find out if the phone is worth the following pricing. From everything that I've seen at this little presentation that Samsung has put forward, the S25 Ultra looks like it's going to fight for its crown for Smartphone of the Year, as it does every year. The improvements on the body I like. The display looks gorgeous. The merger, not merger, but the sort of the mix of having Galaxy AI as well as Gemini looks good as well. On the overall, a very positive release, and I can't wait to check out the rest.
Also, if you're into your cases, don't forget, as I do every year, I have a video on all the cases available from Samsung for the S25. We've got some cool ones from Crocs and Hershey's, so check those out as well. But if you don't already subscribe, don't forget to do so. My name is Danesh. This is the S25 Ultra, and thank you very much for watching.